My name is Mr. Jingles, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Welcome to the Bathroom Simulator, version 101. See with confidence. Let's jump into it blind, shall we? Choose the most appropriate stall. Right in between these guys. No, you always gotta keep at least one. Yeah, okay, so this is a quiz, is that what it is? You should always strive for at least one buffer urinal between you and someone else. Because it's just awkward if you don't. I don't understand why people don't follow this rule. Like, do you want to be next to somebody else peeing? Like, and there'll be open spots too, and people just get right in the middle here, right in the middle. Like they want to see you tinkle, like they want to get a look at what you're tinkling with. You know what I mean? It just makes no sense. It's uncomfortable. Choose the most appropriate stall. Really? I mean, 4 or 5 are acceptable. Although 6 gives you the widest buffer zone, you run the risk of being boxed in by the next psychopath who comes in the door. Okay, I mean, what? If you're following that logic, then they could go anywhere, really? Whatever. Most appropriate stall if there's nobody there. I have a time limit? And choosing either the center urinals will invariably be coupled with a pervert. But you just said not to get boxed in. What? That doesn't make any sense. Choose the most appropriate stall. I'm gonna go with this one. Next to the biker guy on the left. Because that's the only one where you're not boxed in by 2 people, so.
Hello, neighbor.
Do you want to be boxed into the corner by the pervert in the biker shirt? Alright, whatever. This logic is like impossible quiz. So like, how am I supposed to judge this exactly? I don't want to go next to him. Everybody's going to. Alright, let's try to follow this kind of logic. Everybody's going towards the right side. So to go towards this guy's side is gay. Because you're just following the flow. Yeah, I'm right, okay. Urinal 4 comfortably groups you with 2 other guys, sort of like a miniature football team. Makes sense. Choose the most appropriate stall. That one, duh. The one on the left. Why can't I click it? Correct, there are no urinals available. Pretend to wash your hands for a few seconds or risk germs and take a stall. So that one was a freebie, you can't get it wrong. That flushing noise is supposed to be. Choose the most appropriate stall. Why do I get the feeling both of these are wrong now? I really don't see what the logic would be behind this. You have the option of going next to one guy or the other. One guy's wearing a suit, one guy's not. Or you could just go in the stall. I don't know. We're on this one. Left one. You're better off choosing either of the available stand-up urinals as opposed to the germs and disease you may find in a stall. Okay. I guess. That's good to know. You don't have to touch anything. Choose the most appropriate stall. Is this the one? No. Okay. What? You should always strive for at least one buffer urinal between you and someone else. That directly conflicts. This is the exact same thing, just on the opposite side that I got wrong before. It said not to get boxed in by a psychopath. Unless that is closer to the door. Which, I mean, you don't have a door here. How am I supposed to know that? Choose the most appropriate stall. Well, you got one guy with a long coat. It looks like a long coat. And the other guy's wearing a business suit. And where would I go if I saw this? I would go. I mean, my instinct's telling me to go to the corner. It really is. This urinal offers you the most breathing room and is likely closest to the door. Alright, so there goes that logic from the one before. Should a speedy exit be necessary? So I guess it just doesn't make any sense. Choose the most appropriate stall. I mean, alright, so let's go with the guy with the suit because the guy with the suit is less likely to be pervert? I don't know. Don't sandwich yourself between two other people when you have the option of choosing an urinal. Well, that's the logic I was following many times before, but it didn't help. This is so dumb. Really, this is just so dumb. Choose the most appropriate stall. Well, let's just stay as far away from the biker guy as possible. Correct. The far right stall would also be okay, but you should avoid the psychopath with the other biker shirt as much as possible. Basically, choose the most appropriate stall. Well, they said this is the right side is most likely closest to the door, so let's stick with that. The right. Either end of the urinal is fine in this situation. The next guy can take the opposite end with a safe buffer zone between everyone's privates. Okay. Who's the most appropriate stall? They're probably gonna say something weird about this being not in service. But then again, if it's not in service, nobody's gonna go to it, so take advantage of the privacy created by the busted urinal. Okay. So, what have we learned here? Oh, crap. That's the same logic as before. The sit-down stalls are probably filthy. The businessman appears safe, collected, and trustworthy. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, man. Choose the most appropriate stall. It's the farthest. A little bit of lag here, huh? Alright. Sit-downs are probably filthy, but they're my best bet. Closer to the door. Closer to the door. What? This one is confusing. Yeah, you don't say. Urinal is wrong because you are paired and boxed into a corner. Number 2 provides some breathing room on the right. Paired and boxed, so the fact that we're both paired and boxed, I guess, makes the difference. Though they said that it's not a corner, so let's just give up on logic here. Choose the most appropriate stall. This probably has multiple correct answers. Sit down. Oh no, it doesn't. Alright, that was the only correct answer. Sit down stalls are a little different from stand up urinals because there's no such thing as getting boxed in. Since they are private stalls, go with 6. The one in the middle. I'm gonna say the one in the middle because you don't want to smell that. Yep, I was right. If this ever catches up. Number 3. It's not your thing, by the way. It is giving the sounds before it's giving the check mark. Number 3 is your home, otherwise others can hear what you are doing. Plus you need to have an adequate smell buffer. Exactly. But, you know, from experience, people can hear what you're doing regardless. I know the biker looks really scary, but this stall is full of germs and disease, not to mention the smell. Alright. Stall. There's only one guy on the right. This stall is farthest from the stinky herd. Alright, well, you're ready for the real thing. 15 out of 20. I did not know it was going to be a quiz like that. But, I mean, I'm glad it was. It was a little different. It was something different. We learned something. I feel like I learned something. Do you feel like you learned something? If you feel like you learned something, leave a comment.